Hello everybody and welcome to another round here at GP3 or Speed Force Racing. We're here tonight at the Singapore Grand Prix for round 15 of this championship. First comes first, I'm gonna introduce my co-commentator, and as always it is Mr. Train Game. Train Game, how are you doing today, mate?
Um, Quite good. I've had some practice today at Singapore with a few of these GP3 guys, and look forward to see how they will do. It's a street circuit, of course, a very difficult one.
It is.
Longest track on the calendar, so we're more than an hour racing.
Yeah, if I
we
don't react to you like for a couple of minutes, then just wake me up because I'm probably sleeping then. But first come first, and we're gonna start
am I
with
that boring?
No, but the race will be probably. First come first, we're gonna start with the championship, and do we even have to introduce the championship leader? Mari Manzo, the guy that is not human, more than 80 points ahead of Eklund in P2. Frederick is in P3, Surrey in P4. Fester in P5, the run-up in P6, Mike in P7, Hunter in P8, Erich in P9, Not Luke back in P11, Game Meetings in P12, Lee in P13, Dr. Special Energy in P14, Kirikou in P15, Jede Savo in P16, HOR Punch in P17, Rizanovsky in P18, Mashra in P19, and, like all the season, Badger in P20. Going on to chain game for the Constructors Championship.
Renault is in the lead with 284 points. Last week they didn't score any points, that was the first time since Australia. In second place is Toro Rosso with 219 points. Third is Racing Points. I think they scored a 1-2 last week. Have 146 points in third, and they 4 points ahead of Rebel Racing. Fifth is in Haas, they're just 1 point ahead of Ferrari. Alfa Romeo is 6 points behind Ferrari, and in 8th is McLaren, 9th is Mercedes, and 10th is Williams.
Thank you very much. So Williams, at the place they belong if you look to the real life, but hopefully they can pick up some points once again today. It's I think Singapore is one of the races that could be the most surprising outcome of the race, because a lot can happen. It's gonna be very interesting strategy-wise. The weather will play an extremely big factor if it's gonna raining. If it's gonna be raining, we're probably gonna be here for 2 hours or something with some safety cars in it. So it's a long race ahead of us. But first comes first, and we're gonna get quali. A lot of guys are voting for Mans already. Come on, guys, be a little bit more creative. And it is dry and quali, so it's gonna be a dry quali. And what will it be for the race? I hope someone will let us know. And who's gonna be this Shadow Britain of GP3? Shadow Britain, who joined us in the chat, just as Jimbo and Oliver. It's a dry quali that we can see. Hunter, what will it be for the race?
For the prediction of the weather, it's easy to
Heavy
say.
Rain to dry. So it will
be
start heavy rain, then go to dry towards the end of the race. So that is gonna be very interesting to watch.
Yes, indeed. And it's easy to say that Mariman will win the race, but if you have seen last week, CLS Leclerc has been a fast newcomer into the series, so he can have a good rivalry with Mariman. So as the first cars out on flat, it's a McLaren, and it's Jede Savo.
Jede Savo, indeed. To coming back on the thing you said just, I did some practice with some GP3 guys and with Mari Manzo, and he was doing prem times. I didn't saw him anywhere stronger yet in practice, so it's really gonna be a surprise for me if someone else is gonna take pole or even gonna take the win. But of course anything can happen. It's gonna be a very long race because it will be raining, heavy rain. So we'll be looking to maybe 2 minutes for one lap, even more. And something interesting to see is that Jedesava already goes out on the soft tires because it of course will start raining. So
Yes,
we're gonna
indeed.
see a lot of soft guys. We're seeing Sam on an outlap on the hards, just as gamey things. They probably just want a feeling for a lap, and then gonna go on the soft tires as well. But that is gonna play a massive role because some drivers probably didn't expect the rain and had a great strategy in their mind, but that's not gonna happen now. Well, my R1 is not working, I think. Oh, it's working now, okay. No, something strange. I couldn't switch from a camera perspective, so that is hopefully fixed now.
I have that usually when I do comms, but I see also a new driver in the Renault, Cassidy 1690. Is he new or?
Yeah, he was in the reserve league. I commented on Sunday, of course. He seems to have a very solid pace, so it's going to be very interesting to see what he's going to do against these GP3 guys while Jedesava started his flying lap. What's it going to be for the former GP4 driver, his first season here in GP3? What is that going to bring us today here at Singapore? You have yellow in sector 3. I don't see anything special there, so it's not too bad. For a lot of people, the most difficult circuit of the calendar, of course, there's very little margin of making mistakes because you don't have any runoff areas or something. Hopefully the glitchy barrier will stay where it is and it won't come out just as on Sunday. I don't think we had it yesterday in GP4, so hopefully we're not gonna get it for the rest of the races either. But JSL was putting a 1:3.7. I think that's quite a good sector 3 time. Sector 2 time, excuse me. Passes a Mercedes who will let him through. Goes a little bit off the inside of the corner. Not invalidate his lap, so that's good for him. Looks like quite a fast lap. It looks like he's really pushing it. And what will it be for the McLaren? Is going to be the pit lane. So who's going to be the first one to cross the line then? I think it's going to be the Mercedes of the run-up indeed. What will his time be on the soft? It will be 1:36.7. That's the time the guys will aim. Game meetings is now crossing line on the hards. He's putting in a 39.2. But that's probably just to have a feeling on track. Mari Manzo on the mediums, a 35.9.
Here comes Felix.
Felix goes at 36.3, P2 on the softs. Ekelund now second in the championship, he's just in sector 3. Looks like he's not going very fast, he's 5/10 down to the time.
Here comes Mike. P2.
Mike goes into P2, also on the mediums. So that is not that much difference between Manzo and Mike, that's around 3/10. Just Mikey goes into P5 with a 39.1 on the softs. I think that's a slower lap. Just maybe to have a feeling. Ekelund, where will he go onto the mediums? He will go into P5 with a 37.2. Erich is now crossing the line. P6 for him with a 37.3 on the mediums. Then we have Frederick, the Ferrari, on a lap. He's in sector 2, also on the mediums. Well, X-Gamer has joined us and saying easy P1 for quali for Manzo. We're gonna see it. He's my call as well. But maybe someone can surprise us and put a fight on with him. And it looks like Mike is gonna be close to do that. Only 3/10 away. Well, Frederick is now crossing the sector 3 line. Where will he come out if he finishes his lap? Also taking some inside curb on that corner just as well here. Ooh, touches the wall a little bit. I think he's gonna be back into the pit lane. We're gonna be watching HOR punch then. Or do we have someone closer to the line? Cassidy is about to cross the line. He's in sector 3.
I've been looking to his lap and it says 2 purple sectors.
Ooh, is it also gonna stand as 2 purple sectors? Doesn't seem like it's a little bit too
No.
slow, no. It's a 37.0 at the moment, P5 for him on the softs. Then now
See
Adam
what
is in P3.
See what Hunter can do. Oh, took too much curb.
Yes, yeah, I think he's gonna be finishing his lap, but it's not gonna be a very solid one. Still not a bad time. It's gonna be P5, 36.8. Then what will it be for Adam? He is gonna go into P9 with a 37.7 on the mediums. He'll be looking to improve that lap. Leclerc is now on a lap. He already said it. He can be one of the competitors of Mario Manzo today, showing some good pace last week. And he's out on the softs already.
Yeah, and I think he threw away a victory last week when there was a late safety car coming out, and he made a pit stop.
Yeah, once again, remember race not one of my strongest points, so it's possible that he did, but I think you know more of it than myself.
Well,
3.1, that looks fast.
Well, Leclerc and Mario Manzo had a battle, and Mario Manzo got wing damage straight after his pit stop, and then it was a runaway for Leclerc.
Yeah, I still know that. I remember that he had damage, and he didn't finish in the points. I think Mario Manzo last week.
No, Renault didn't score points.
Really bad week for Renault. What will Leclerc do on the soft tires? This is looking quite fast. Going very fast through the last corner. This is going to be provisional pole with a 1:35.3. He is around 6 tenths faster on the softs. So what can Mario Manzo do about that? We have Lee out on the hards, so he's probably just around to have a feel on his lap. I know he was struggling earlier to find a good setup, so hopefully he found that now.
Sam goes to 7, 36.9.
I think Jay Sauber is already on his second lap now. He's in P11 at the moment, 37.4.
Is he on a flyer?
I don't know.
He just had a time, so...
Yeah, I don't think he is. It seems like he's running in auto... Oh no, he's not. Okay, never mind. Didn't say anything.
But to be fair, with rain at the start, you can go out on the sauce with maybe to do 2 flyers.
Yeah, you can, because tire wear won't be anything to watch. You're just gonna start on fresh intermediates, while Frerick is driving out with a broken wing. So that's interesting. He's got to have damage on his out lap.
And he got a purple first sector on my screen, so that's not
really strange indeed.
Yes.
Once again, the sectors are probably screwing up a little bit.
And behind him is Mario Manzo on the flyer.
Is Mario Manzo on the flyer? Yes, he is. On the mediums. Oh no, he's now on the soft. Even that is not displaying well on my screen. I think we gotta have a good position in our seats, because I think we're gonna be blown away with this time. So he's 5 tenths up in sector 2. So still, if he not improves in sector 3, still behind Leclerc. What's it gonna be for Mario Manzo? Maybe more pressure on him than he thought before the race. Leclerc currently in pole with a 35.3. Is Mario Manzo gonna be that? Same compound of tires. What will it be for Mario Manzo? It will be provisional pole with a 1:35.1. 2 tenths faster than Leclerc. And now watching Mike, he's 3 tenths up down to sector 1.
Oh, Felix in the wall. Felix has crashed.
No. Yeah, I see that. A lot of damage there on track. No wing left on Felix's car.
By the way, Frederick with a broken front wing has gone up to 6 with a 36.7.
That's interesting.
Excellent to
With a
fifth.
broken wing, that isn't too bad. But what will it be for Mike? He's lagging extremely hard on my screen. Hope that isn't my connection.
Same with me. So it should be his connection.
He was very fast through sector 1. Not as fast through sector 2. What will his sector 3 time be? Will it be anywhere near the times of Leclerc and Moramanzo?
It's quite a big gap.
It is. He's got to improve a lot in the last sector. Is he going to be able to do that? Going through the last corner now.
Whoa.
What will it be for Mike? It will be 35.5. 4 tenths away of that provisional pole time. Who is on a time lap at the moment? Is Ekelund?
The run-up is?
Ekelund is. Is the run-up. The run-up isn't lost. No, he hasn't. That's his teammate Badger. He's now starting a time lap. Ekelund is not on a lap. Erich is on a lap.
Cassini is on the lap, but he just hit the wall.
Yeah, so that won't be very good then to start lap, I think. No one on a lap at the moment, I think. Everyone just set their lap and are going in for the last run now. 4 minutes remaining of this quali session. Or is Cassidy on a lap? I don't think so.
No, he is not improving. And it seems like he's quite struggling with the corners.
Yeah, he is.
Look.
Maybe not the right setup, or just not the confidence at the moment to do a very fast lap. Who do we have out at the moment? HOR Punch is on an out lap, just as Badger. And I think Mike and Erich are coming in.
So Badger is the first one with the last liars.
He is. He's gonna be the first one. This is gonna be very interesting. I think we're gonna see a lot of pit stops if it's heavy rain to dry, because are they gonna go on the Intes? Are they gonna start on the wets? We don't know it. I think they don't know it themselves either now. Top 13 is in the pits currently. And we're watching P15 at the moment. Badger, he is the first one to do a last run here at the Singapore Grand Prix. GP3. It's SpeedForceRacing. Well, he improved down to sector 1. He's already used so much ERS on my screen.
Yeah,
he doesn't have, I think, almost 30. Yeah, he's not improving. He's 5 tenths down already. So
that's a bit weird.
A good lap. We're gonna watch HOR Punch then. Is he on the softs? Yes, he is. Can he improve his time to go into the top 10? Tire strategies will not play a part in this quali session. That's why we're seeing so many guys on the softs. HOR Punch, he has ERS left, so he is going to be on the fly. Is he going to improve down to sector 1? He's 1 tenth up. He's going to need to find a lot of time in sector 2 and sector 3. And look to how many people are now out in sector 1. It's literally a train. It's very, very, very nice to watch. Everyone now going out for the last lap, but they're gonna have to be careful that they don't do a Monza of real life last season. They're waiting too much.
Yeah, Mike is quite close to the time.
Yeah. HOR Punch now 7 tenths up on his time. So, ooh, this is looking good for HOR Punch. This is possibly around P5, P6 for him.
7 tenths.
If he can maintain this pace in the last sector, this can be a very, very good time for the Alfa Romeo driver.
Let's see.
Tadej through the last corner, that's something he needs to do, not invalidate his lap. He's gonna set a time. What's gonna be for HOR punch? It's gonna be P7. 36.6, first one to have
It's
set
quite a good
a lap.
last sector.
Who is on a time lap and next across the line now? I think it is Badger, except if Ekelund is... No, Ekelund is not closer. I think Ekelund just started his lap. So it will be Badger. Currently on P15. He's gonna try and improve, but again his ERS is totally up. And he's 4 tenths down.
I think you can better focus on just Mikey, who was behind him.
Watching him now, he's 5 tenths up. That's still not gonna be very much improving in positions.
Gaming thinks is 7 tenths up in the first sector alone.
That's a lot.
Indeed.
He set his first time on the hard tires. Now he's out on the softs.
That might. Oh, too much grip from Mikey.
How much is he up in the second? He's 2.1 seconds up. This can be quite a good time for Gamey Things. He's possibly aiming for top 10.
Because Mikey didn't improve in position, I think.
No, he didn't. He's still in P16, 38.4 on the softs. Gamey Things will beat that time, but where will that bring him? Is Williams gonna put himself into the top 10? It seems like his pacing improved in the last few races. What will it be for Gamey Things? It will be P6! Wow, what a lap! And now, who are we gonna watch? Ekelund is finishing in P7. We have Erich. Do we have someone closer? I think Ben is close to cross the line. Yes, he is. He's now in Sector 3. While Lee retired from the session. Felix is also retiring, so Felix won't be improving. Kirikou had a quali ban, so that's why he didn't set a lap. What is it gonna be? Oh no, Ben is not improving. He will be starting from P12. That's not good for Hunter. What's it gonna be for Jedi Savo? Is he gonna improve from P15? It is gonna be, yes he will, P4!
Whoa.
What an improvement!
Here comes Mariman.
Oh my god, he's got it! 34.9. Is Leclerc gonna improve it? What's it gonna be for Leclerc, the only one who really can take it? Just not! Only 1 tenth behind and Mike is going back into the pit lane. So that is it for qualifying. And it is closer than we expected at first. There's 1.5 tenths between Marimans and Leclerc behind him. Then we have a gap of 5 tenths to Mike. That is it for qualifying. Everyone set a lap on the soft except Kirikou because he had a quali ban. Everyone else set a lap. And it's a lot of time difference. We have a 34.9 for Paul, and the last one to set a lap was Mikey on a 38.4. Lee set a lap on the hards, so he's the only one to start from the back and not set a lap on the soft tires. But it's Mariman's on pole position, and I think I called that right in the beginning. Mariman's will start from pole position with a 34.9, the only one who crossed the 34 mark. There will be Leclerc in P2, Mike in P3, Sam in P4, Jedi Savo in P5, Erich in P6, Frerick in P7, Suri in P8, Fefster in P9, Gaming Things in P10, Ekelund in P11, HOR Punts in P12, the run-up in P13, Hunter in P14, Cassidy in P15, Badger in P16, Just Mikey in P17, Lee in P18, and Kirikou in P19 with a quali ban. That is it for the qualifying. Now we're going on to the race. Starting in the rain, always interesting. Turn 1 is going to be a major object. Oh yeah, this is heavy rain indeed.
Oh, it's quite heavy. I see wet tires in the box.
Me too. I see them lying in the Mercedes pit wall. Don't know why they're lying just as that. I think they have to be on temperature or something, but Mercedes maybe have other strategies with those tires. Maybe they're gonna roll them down to Ferrari to bring them cold tires in. So what are you guys on the stream saying? 5th-10th is gonna be interesting in the rain. Yes, it will. Watch out for Mike in the rain. That's indeed a good one. We
Oh
called him
yes,
the
indeed.
Rain Master indeed. He was amazing fast in Silverstone in the rain. I think he went from P10 or something to P3 in one lap. So he was crazy fast. Executive was expecting a crash with cars, and hopefully that day for these guys. And we just started the formation lap. And is everyone on the wets? Yes, indeed. No one trying a hero move. We're going on the Enters or something.
I think that is indeed impossible to start on the Enters
Yeah,
if you're in the race strategy screen.
I think it's too heavy rain. But when is the rain gonna ease up? When are we gonna see Enters? When are we gonna see soft tires or dry tires? I have to say. The softs will only be used, I think, 5 laps before the end or something. And what are the safety cars gonna bring us? Mariman's already acting just like a rear race lap, I think. Already 2.4 seconds ahead. He's now backing off a little bit, warming up his tires in the rain here. The Lord of Lasers is supporting Lee and Punch. And what is Mike gonna show us? Starting from P3. If he already can take Leclerc down to turn 1, I think there's a good possibility of seeing a fight between him and Mario Manzo for the first few laps. Sam and P4 is going to be watching, just as Jetta Savo and Erich behind them. And maybe it's going to be just a survival of the fittest here in the rain, because I reckon there's going to be some crashes. People not really knowing what to do in these conditions, because it is quite difficult. Fefster starting in P9, Eklund in P11. So the top guys not really up front in the starting positions.
Yeah, especially Hunter in P14.
Yeah, that's really low for him. He was on the podium last time. So he's gonna be hoping that the race will turn into his arms, to say it that way. What is Cassidy gonna show us? His first race here in GP3. Is he gonna surprise us? Replacing Rezanowski. And Gamey Things and Badger both still looking for the first points of the season. Is Gamey Things finally gonna do it? We see his pace is improving. He's more up front every day. This is finally gonna day. He brings he brings home the points.
Singapore is a track where underdogs can show what they're capable of. So
indeed.
We may see
the last car lining up. And we're ready for the Singapore Grand Prix. Here at GP3. We have 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. It looks like a good start for Mario Manzo, just as Leclerc. Leclerc is not having a good start at all. He's ready for the Mike. He has Sam down the inside. A lot of cars going quite slowly through the first corners. No accident yet. Hopefully they can go all safe. Just Mike in lots of 23 positions. He's having a difficult start together with Kirikou. Mario Manzo in the lead. From Mike, from Sam, from Genesavo. Leclerc lost 3 positions with that start. He's now about to get passed by his teammate Erich. Just defends that off. Surrey is
there's a front wing flying from Ekelund.
What happened with Ekelund? It's look, Lee had the problem. Lee had spun.
Who spun?
Lee.
Oh.
Lee totally went off the track, and once again, not a good start for his race. We don't have a rotated car or something. So we're still going. The gap at the front is already 1.1 seconds between Marmanzo and Mike. Then it's 1.6 seconds from Mike to Sam.
And Leclerc didn't have a good start. He has dropped down from 2nd to 5th.
He really had a difficult start indeed. He was really slow to get off the line. So he's gonna try and find his pace back, but now he has his teammate behind, so I hope that won't bring any problems. Just a moment, guys, I'm trying to fix something. Sorry for this blue screen. Give me 2 seconds. That's good. Someone was saying that my mic is quite bad, but I don't see a real problem. Don't know if how that is for you.
I didn't hear a lot.
Mike is really struggling. Just as Sam. Sam is really holding these guys up.
He doesn't have damage, so he doesn't have the pace.
Okay, seems like it sorted the problem with the mic. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's better now. Oh, Hunter and the run-up! The contact between the tires. And Cassidia's having a look to the inside!
Yeah, it was. Really close.
He sticked his nose in, but he's behind him. That's, I think, a better idea.
I think it is, and there happened something with Badger, I see now. I think he made a pit stop already because he's now 28 seconds behind Lee.
Yeah, he was losing some positions when you were fixing your mic.
He picked up some damage in the opening lap and decided to pit already. And there happened something with Adam, I think. Yes, Adam is in the wall.
And that is safety car
out of the left-hander. One of the most... Probably he touched his back to the wall. His left rear tire.
Yeah, tapping it.
I think that's the problem. That's not really good for him.
Oh, Sam has lost it! Sam has lost it!
Yes, he did. He's in the wall as well.
Virtual safety car.
We have a virtual safety car.
Yeah, Sam's setup is so uncomfortable for the rain as someone is going into pits.
Yeah, he's still standing there because he's letting the cars through, but he has to watch out that he doesn't get disqualified for standing still on the track. But this is good for HOR Punch as well.
Sam
he's
disqualified.
Now. Yeah, Sam is disqualified. Oh no. That is really bad for Sam. He was doing a good job and now he's disqualified from a session to let all the cars through. That is really, really bad.
And look at the McLarens in 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, the McLaren is showing good pace. Yeah, the Saab was showing very good pace, surprising.
Yes, he's normally in the midfield. There's no, with his late qualifying performance, he's up to the front.
And we're back on the way. Virtual safety car has gone. It's 3 seconds now between Manzo and Mike. So it looked like Manzo is finding a gap and pulling away in lap 3 already.
Leclerc goes deep.
That's not a place to go deep. And I really think he's holding his teammate up, and now Eric is in danger from Surrey behind. There happened something in sector 3, I think.
That is Adam.
Again. Not going good for him tonight. Yeah, he's struggling. He's struggling very hard. I don't think he was ready for this rain.
probably hoping for some quickly dry weather.
Kirikou gets a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. That's very interesting. He also is the guy that made up the most positions, while Leclerc is trying to get into the pit lane, but is going too fast. So probably he picked up some damage for going in too deep in the left-hander. The gap between Marmanta and Mike is already 5 seconds now.
Enters for Leclerc.
Cert and Frederick are fighting now for P5. And I'm gonna set the tires up now, because indeed Leclerc on the inside, it seemed like indeed the rain has stopped a little bit. Not much yet. But
Oh, it could be a good move.
Is it gonna be a good move, or is it gonna be a move too early? Is it gonna
Eckland also does it.
That? Yeah.
Increasing the gap to Lee, so I think it should be quite a good move.
Yeah, it will, I think.
And for those who don't know, the undercut is quite powerful here around Singapore. Was a Sector 1 incident. I think it was been Adam again.
Ben has also now moved up a little.
Because I need off.
Are we gonna get a safety car
again?
Just give me a moment, I'm trying to fix my mic.
My Mansell stays out. He probably does know that Leclerc has pitted. Mike doesn't pit. And GG Savo doesn't, so top 3 isn't pitting for the Inters. And Surrey goes into the pits, same as Frederick. Felix does. So the midfield guys are coming into the pits for the Inters. And as you may have seen, the undercut of Leclerc has gone massively. I can show you the gap is 3 seconds between them, and if I have a look up to the leader gap, it's 36 seconds between Leclerc and Mari Manso. So let's keep an eye on that, as Mike gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding the track limits. My Manso still stays out, and Mike is really struggling. He might go on to the Inters. No, he doesn't. Oh, he just comes in last second.
I took my earbuds now, so I hope it's better.
You're quite a lower.
Think this is better?
I think it is.
Right, so guys, for this thing, I'm just taking my earbuds now, and that should be better for you guys to hear me. Let me know if the sound is good, if it has to be louder or a little bit quieter.
It's more quiet.
What did I miss?
Mike got 5 seconds, which he has served on the pit stop, and Leclerc's undercut is really working. Same as Seuil, who pitted a lap earlier.
So the guys now going on to intermediates. Top 3 still not winning, so that's gonna be interesting. How much
And
time am I gonna lose here?
I think Marmanzo could lose his lead here. But Mike is overtaking Seuil for P5.
Yeah, Surrey is very struggling because Fester also had a look on him. Surrey is really struggling.
Alex.
Yeah, Felix went for a move and made it.
Felix to 6.
Felix is having a good race so far. Just as Ben now, he's behind Surrey now. And it looks like the gap between Marimanzo and Leclerc is decreasing.
Yeah, it's decreasing by 2 seconds per lap, so I think Marimanzo is...
He needs to pit.
Maybe giving his race away.
I don't think so, it's still 32 seconds. The normal pit stop is around 25, so if he's going in this lap, it should have been better. And he is going in this lap. What will Gilles Savo do? I think everyone will go into the pits now because look to that slide of Gilles. Marimanzo gets a 5 second penalty. And this is gonna play big things in the outcome of the race. I'm gonna watch Leclerc. He's now into sector 3. Where will he come out? Marimanzo already released from his pit crew. And he's gonna be ahead, but with how much?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, it's quite some gap indeed. Leclerc now set the fastest time of the race. He's already on 3 lap old inters, that's something to watch as well. He's 5.4 seconds behind Marimanzo, but remember, Marimanzo picked up a 5 second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, GP3 from Felix.
Yeah,
side
Felix
by
is
side.
really showing really good pace on these inters.
Yes, he is.
And we're seeing Surrey to struggle, we see Felix to go as a superman, as a super sweep. Looking to make a move onto P4 and then go to the teammate of Gilles Savo, to Mike. Who's not showing the rain pace we expected from him in the beginning of the race. 4.2 seconds behind Leclerc. Seems like he's struggling a little bit more than he was in Silverstone.
Or we may have a dry setup on, as the Silverstone race was completely wet.
And Kiriko is finally into the pit. He's the last one to go into the inters. He waited very long with doing that. Oh no, he's back out on the wets. Oh. I think he made the wrong call doing that. It's not really going his way, just as Adam, still at the back of the grid boat. And Marimanzo seems like he's losing a little bit of time to Leclerc. Now he's going up again, when I say that. 4.4
and
seconds.
At the train. Look at the train behind GP Savo. It's all up to P12 or P9.
They're all honoring your name as train game.
I expected this coming.
Yeah, you know me already, so you know what jokes I'm gonna make on what moment.
Yep.
It seems like these wet conditions are giving us a very good fight. Leclerc is again putting the fastest lap of the race in 4.4 seconds behind Marimanzo. Mike into P3, Gilles Savo in P4, Felix now in P5. And indeed, just as Jimbo Manzi is saying, they all have to pit again when it's get drier. And well, they're going for the dry tires. So Marimanzo is gonna serve that 5 second penalty into the race.
Yeah, and the gap is less than 5 seconds.
So this can bring up some really interesting fights at the front. Some big gaps at the front, and then we have a very close midfield. Almost everyone behind each other. Who is doing the best job so far? Well, we have a yellow in sector 3.
Kiriko.
Who is that? Kiriko again. Hunter is doing the best job so far, just as Lee.
Oh, there's a wing lost. Lee lost the wing.
Oh, just as I said, he was doing the best job together with Hunter. Yeah, Lee is letting the run up through. He knows he has some minor damage. I think it's more than minor. And he's probably gonna need to pit again, and that's not good. At the moment I said he was doing a great job. But now Adam has gone in front of Kiriko, who's now into the pit lane, finally putting the intermediates on. We have Surrey now 5/10 behind Felix. Felix leading that train. It still seems like Surrey is struggling quite hard. Mariman's not putting the fast lap in. Still only 4.3 seconds to Leclerc, so if Leclerc can maintain that gap around 4 seconds, he's gonna be probably leading when they pit again for the dry tires.
I wonder when it's gonna dry up. We have
very interesting. Watching the last part of the train now, gaming thing behind Eric.
Alex didn't on a good exit, and here comes Surrey. Will he make a move? No, just far away.
But indeed was too far away.
Gaming finishes was close enough, but not anymore.
This is good news for Jade Savo, who is now 5 seconds, 2.8 seconds ahead of Felix. Gap at the front still staying around the same. When is this race gonna dry up? Because that also can change some strategies. Some people maybe go on the hard, some maybe on the mediums, if it's gonna be in the first few laps.
And Kiriko is gonna get lapped.
That's not what you wanna have. Mariman's are now indeed really close to lapping Kiriko. The first one of the day. Not a race he won't remember.
Indeed.
He's now letting Renault through.
Especially the priority went further down in 15th, and before the pit he was in 8th.
Indeed, and Leclerc is now putting the fastest lap in. These guys really are fighting with each other.
Mike has found...
Yeah, it's improving. The track is improving. That's why probably everyone is setting the fastest lap now. And Felix still under pressure of a Surrey behind. All of late is still saying Manzo for the win. While we're on the back wing of Fefster. Still that train behind him. I always have the feeling if I see those close fights and really much people driving behind each other, I have the feeling that I'll also want to go in that car fight with these guys. And I have a good time while Lee gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't pit yet.
Frederick is going for a front wing change.
He's in the pits now indeed. Not a race Ferrari would have wanted. And a track that's so strong in real life, Singapore, with of course Sebastian Vettel really dominating it. Also this year.
I still don't know how that Ferrari from 2019 set at the pole time, and Singapore is one of the was for that time not the best circuit for them.
Well, I'm not gonna say much, but it was a track they were fast, and two tracks later they were slow again because the FII found something. I'm not gonna say anything more, but maybe that's one of the reasons. But yeah, it's a track with a lot of downforce, so you expect Red Bull to be very strong at it, and not really Ferrari. Ferrari is more the team of really the high speed, while Leclerc is only 2.9 seconds away of Manzo anymore.
Yeah, he's taken out the second out of Manzo this lap only.
Yeah, I think Manzo made a mistake because the gap between Mike and Leclerc is staying around the same, around the 5 seconds. So is Manzo struggling in these wet conditions?
Well, I just checked my Mansell's race director, and its fastest sector 3 is 39.7, and a second off was his last lap on the last sector, so he made there a mistake.
Well, Blades is indeed saying, does Manzo have damage? It doesn't seem like he has damage, so I just think he made a little slide or something. While Leclerc also now lapped Kiriko. Leclerc 3 seconds away of my Manzo. That means he will be 2 seconds ahead after the pit stop. So things are looking good at the moment for Leclerc, but is he gonna secure that towards the end of the race? Because we're only 1/3 away of this race, only 20 laps remaining. Ferrari gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings.
Only 20 laps are still a long 20 laps.
Oh yeah, I will.
Because 11 laps are long at all.
Normally we have done more than the half already. Now we only have done 11 laps, so take a beer, take a comfortable seat and watch with us guys, because I don't think we saw the last thing of this race yet. Game meetings is really now all over the back of Erich. This track, of course, one of the most difficult tracks to overtake. You only really have the first DRS straight, but of course, like you say, in the rain you don't have DRS, so it's extremely difficult to overtake here.
Yeah, and overtaking in rain, let's say a permanent circuit, like Silverstone, is already difficult, and the street circuit makes it even more difficult.
I'm surprised no one lost it at turn, the last turn yet, because that's a very difficult turn even in the drive. But people are doing it very good at the moment.
They're not taking the maximum risk for the moment.
No, they're not. Probably they're gonna be more taking those risks towards the end of the race. Or if you really are in a battle with someone. You see it now on board with Gamey Things. He is a little bit coming closer on straight, but not even close enough to think about a move. So he really has to hope for a mistake of Erich. Who almost hits the wall. So it seems like Gamey Things is indeed waiting now for Erich to make a mistake. This Gamey Thing's finally gonna take some points. He deserves it, I think. I think he's one of the guys who really deserves it.
Yes.
But you don't always get what you deserve.
Sometimes not. There's a fastest lap coming from Mari Mansell. Look at the gap already.
Yeah,
second.
He's again a second away now of Leclerc. So it looked like he made up his mind a little bit.
That could be.
Gamey Thing's now getting a 3-second penalty. And of course he already took some points. I'm mistaken with Maestro, I'm very sorry, Gamey. He even took 9 points last race with the fastest lap, so I'm sorry for that. I was mistaken with his teammate. The Gamey Thing's again showing some good pace, but is stuck behind Erich. It looks like people are struggling the most in turn 5, just to go to the first DRS straight. People are really struggling there to keep the car under control.
Turn 5 is the corner where you have DRS.
Turn 4 then. While Lee made a mistake and Eklund is now in front of him. He also one of the drivers that not having very much luck there. He also has a full bar of DRS left, because he only can use it right here, and on the other parts you go and lean on for having some extra traction in the rain. is the moment. We don't have a lot to say. We don't have a lot to do. Well, Leclerc again took 5/10 now on Mario Manzo, so it's going a little bit of ping pong between the two of them. The next going faster again. Well, Gamey Things tried to take a different line through the last corner that didn't really benefit him because he lost in some tenths now. Well, Ekkelund is very close to the run-up.
This train for Tempest. Oh, the runner lost the rear a bit.
Ekkelund's now gonna overtake him. That is one of the moments you can wait for. People making a little mistake and you have the position. And Leclerc, his gap is now once again under 3 seconds, 2.9.
Last lap he was a half a second quicker. Now there isn't much happening, I'm just having a look at the lap time between top 3 and Mike just can't keep up. So
no,
he'll probably go for
away of Leclerc already.
He probably goes for a safe third place.
Yeah, he's around 10 seconds behind, he's 5 seconds ahead of his teammate, so at the moment the P3 is looking quite safe for him.
And again in this lap Leclerc takes half a second off Mario Manzo, he's half a second quicker for 2 laps in a row.
Made a little mistake there. Well, Adam is now getting lapped by Mario Manzo, and in a few seconds he's gonna get lapped by Leclerc as well.
Oh, Felix, 3 seconds.
Ooh, and Leclerc
having a
moment.
Hoe zou je het had overteken Felix?
Yeah, he did. We
didn't notice that.
No, me neither. I think I'm already close to sleep if I don't even see an overtake on my screen. But it seems like Felix is now trying to get him back. Is he gonna try it from far? Oh, that was really close for both men to touch. But they keep each other alive. Indeed, Sir is now into P5. While Lee is going into the pits again. Frederick gets a 3-second penalty again for multiple warnings. That's not his first one anymore.
Oh,
and Fester touched his wing. That's damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, you don't want to be driving in the wet on this racetrack with damage. This is gonna ruin Fester his race. Hitting the back of Surrey in front of him.
Oh, Felix almost touching the back.
Yeah, Hall is downforce is a gun. And now Hunter has to be very aware of Felix in front of him, because the driver in front with damage you have to be very aware of. He's gonna take different lines and it's not gonna be easy to see what he's gonna do. But I expect Felix to come in because it's nowhere near safe driving at the moment for him. Well, Hunter is struggling a lot as well. And Felix is not going in, he's staying out with damage. So probably these guys know more than we. Maybe it's gonna be drying up in a few laps because the spray is getting less.
Oh,
Hunter having a look. But now Surrey is driving away from this group. So at the moment it's Felix holding Hunter, Eric and Gaming Tanks behind him. Yeah, when we see the broadcast view, it doesn't even seem like it's raining anymore or there's any spray anymore. When we go on board, it's still raining, but there's literally no spray.
So we shouldn't be far away from some rain.
I think you mean from some dry tires, not from some rain.
And we're gonna have an interesting second half of the race with
we will.
my men who have to face or to serve the 5-second time penalty, which will give Leclerc the lead, and then we'll see how the drive pace of F1 will be. And I personally hope for a safety car to have a good and spectacular finish.
Yeah, that should be great, like a safety car around the point that they're gonna pit for the dry tires. That will be awesome to see, I think. And what I knew for this track, that it is drying up extremely fast. Like you see it already, it's still raining, but there's no spray anymore. So I even could see some drivers trying to go on the dry tires while it's still raining.
There's a commentator's curse, GP3 for pits.
Is he gonna go onto dry tires?
You would think, but is it maybe not too early or?
I don't know. There's no literally. DRS is enabled. He made the perfect move.
Medium there. And Adam does it also.
Adam did the same as well, but he is almost a lap behind, so
yes,
it's not really gonna benefit him. But GP3 could have made a perfect move here. And only 2.6 seconds now between Leclerc and Manzo.
And DRS is now enabled, so we can now have some moves at turn 6, or maybe earlier.
And the runner gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
There's an unfortunate double stack at the Red Bull.
And Felix is now all over the back of Surrey again.
Ooh. I think Felix waited for the switch over.
Yeah, I think he did. He's gonna change his wing probably when he switches to the mediums. What everyone is doing at the moment.
Look at Leclerc massively gaining.
Leclerc is gonna have quite a big advantage when he comes out of the pits. Of course, he has to also be aware that he doesn't take a penalty himself now. This man's gonna come into the pits. Yes, he will. So they're gonna do the same. Yes, he will as well. And it's gonna be interesting now. Boat not taking a penalty. Manzo will be serving his penalty. And where will Sava come out? Because he was the first one pitting at the perfect moment for mediums.
I think he was in a kind of no man's land, so I think he will be trying to do the same like with his teammate.
Yeah, I think he will. I think it's going to be quite close between both McLarens. It's indeed now Leclerc in the lead in front of Manzo. And it's gonna be way ahead for GP3. If you look to his teammate, his teammate is still into the pit lane. Look how much advantage GP3 took with pitting early. That's incredible.
So Mike has now lost his podium, but I have seen that GP3 has picked up a penalty. 3 seconds. And it's around 3 seconds.
2 seconds is the gap between Leclerc and Manzo. Well, we have yellow in sector 2. That is a Racing Point and Renault. No, was it Leclerc? No, it wasn't.
Okay. Oh, Manzo's in the lead?
Yeah, it was Leclerc then. Yeah, he has a lot of damage. This is he ruined his race. Leclerc has there has to be dark orange damage for Leclerc.
It's just red.
It's unbelievable. He was into the lead and now he has a lot of damage. He's gonna be pitting again and this is not good for him. Oh. So are we gonna see the first podium then in the career of GP3 here in GP3?
And a double McLaren podium?
Yeah, that's a very possibility because the gap behind Mike is 16 seconds and I don't see that closing in quite soon, or it have to be a safety car or something. But Leclerc lost his race due to a known mistake, I think.
And Leclerc will come back into the midfield. I think the pit stop is around 30 seconds.
Yeah,
And
it
especially
is.
with weighted. He stays out? Oh no,
No,
this
he's
is a
not.
very
But
late.
that's yeah, that's a really late call to go into the pit lane.
Oh, it was also close by speeding.
Jeddah now taking P2. He's going to be more than happy with that. Also taking the fastest lap.
That's not a surprise, to be honest.
Well, it is if Marmanzo is ahead of you. But of course, Jeddah pitted a lap earlier, so then it's indeed not a real surprise.
Let's see where Leclerc will come out. I think it will be between the Toro Rosso and the Williams.
I think it's gonna be.
Oh, it'll be close with
Gamey
Gamey
right with
things.
that.
Oh, close with Gamey things.
Yeah, Gamey Things is ahead of him. He's now between Gamey Things and Fefster. But it looked like we're gonna have an interesting fight for the win. But now it's once again 10 seconds between Marmanzo and Jeddah, while Eckelund gets a fast lap now with a 144.5 on the mediums. Everyone out on the mediums now.
That was Leclerc and Gamey thing. Gamey thing is up to 6, so he has had a good pit stop.
Yeah, he did. And look to Ben, starting in P14, now up into P5.
Oh my, yes, indeed.
He is driving a really good race. Alfredo gets a 42.9 now on the mediums. And also gets a 3-second penalty. And Leclerc has left. Leclerc now disconnected. It's really all going wrong for him.
I think it could also be a disconnection as he throw his race away.
142.1 for Marmanzo now fastest lap. Already almost 11 seconds ahead of Jade Savo. It looks like Mike is having way better pace than his teammate ahead of him. 41.6 now for Mike. Only 1 second away of Jade Savo. I think we're going to see a switch here between the two McLarens.
Yes, yes,
is there a possibility that Mike is going to have much better pace than Marmanzo? And maybe even going to try to count him in. Mike is now getting DRS. I think he's going to have to wait one more lap to get past his teammate. Because he is having a lot more speed over the whole track. But it seems like we're going to have two McLarens on the podium.
Oh, Mike touched the wall!
Yeah, he did. I don't think he had damage of it, but I don't suggest him to do that again.
Me neither.
He lost the gap a little bit now again with Jede Savo. Rarick now with a 140.0 on the mediums. And Lee is out of the session. He retires in the pit lane. And Felix is gone ahead of Game Meetings. Up into P6.
I must say, the McLarens are quickly gaining on Marmanzo.
Yeah, they are. Even with Mike making a mistake. But I think we really need a safety car to really lighten things up today here.
There's hopefully
10 laps remaining. Mike is indeed faster than Marmanzo. Don't think Jede Savo is. But he's not going to be faster 1 second a lap than the championship leader. And now Mike is getting in front of Jede Savo.
Well,
that's the right thing to do.
EJ is up to 7. Oh, Game has lost his front wing.
Ooh, yeah, he's going into the pits now.
And he was in 6.
And Leclerc didn't join back, so he is going to lose all the points today.
I think it was a rage quit for him, to be honest.
It's possible. I don't hope it was.
Oh, shot for gaming things. That's quite ambitious.
Yeah, that's 10 laps. They're gonna be. I think that's too early, to be fair.
Well, I've tried how long the softs can go, and after 5 laps,
yeah,
you don't have a rear after that.
I did it in quali. I did like one normal out lap, a fast lap, and a normal in lap, and they were on 22%. So It's unbelievable how fast the softs go off on this track, so it's gonna be very interesting if Gaming thinks he's gonna go till the end on those. But I don't think he will be very fast on the end of the stint. Mario Man's not getting the fast lap with a 38.9. Is Mike gonna improve that? 11.8 seconds now. It seems like Mario Man is not having the faster hand again.
4 tenths off is Mike to Mario Man's, so I think it should be. Oh, Leclerc is coming back, so he disconnected.
So it wasn't a race quit of him, luckily. But the luck just falling away, and a few laps from leader to P9 now. Not what he would have wanted in the beginning of the race, and not even when he pitted on the dries. But it happened, and he has to make the best of it now. Take the most points he still can get. And we're not having a fight
back in the car.
Gamey thinks and just Mike is the closest battle we have at the moment. Gamey thinks of course on those soft. Is his teammate gonna let him by on the faster tires? It's gonna be interesting to see. Of course just Mike is reserving. I think. I'm not sure of it. But I don't think Maestro left. He's not gonna do it on this straight. Although Gaming is a lot faster than his teammate.
Yeah.
It seems like they're gonna fight for it. Not like the McLarens. Gaming really has to fight for his position.
And if just Mike is thinking smart, he can let go Gaming things, and he will get him back in a few laps time.
Yeah, he will. And those softs on the end will go 50 kilometers an hour, I think. But this is not good news for Gamey, because Ferrick is now all over his back as well, only 1 second away. So not a perfect teamwork for Williams here.
Not at all.
Oh, almost even touches. But Gamey is going to be frustrated with that, I think.
Frederick is also at the back of them.
Yeah, he is watching this with a lot of joy, I think. Just saying, go on guys, I'll go with you.
Oh, Leclerc goes really wide on the final corner.
Mike closing in big time, by the way, on Mario Manzo. 10 seconds now.
Oh,
it's gonna be too late.
I'll have a look at the lap times. Mike took a second out of Mario Manzo on the last lap as Leclerc is overtaking the run-up of P8.
Yeah, it's Mike really showing good pace, but the only thing he really can do to win this race, I think, is getting a safety car, and that is totally out of his hands, so he's gonna have to pray in his car, I think, to have a chance to still win this race. And also gets a 3-second time penalty now.
It isn't gonna help him.
Now finally Gaming thinks he's gonna make a move on his teammate. His teammate really trying to defend as hard as he can. But now finally made a move while Ferrick overcooks that way too big.
Jericho has overtaken Adam for P15.
Just Mikey gets a 3-second penalty now as well. And now Frederick is... Wow! What a move of Frederick! On just Mikey for P13.
How did that happen?
Yeah, he did. Just going for it with his eyes closed, I think, and just praying to have a good go on it. But what a move of Frederick. I think that's one of the best moves I saw so far, while Leclerc is now showing that he really has a good pace with a 38.9 on the mediums. That's really fast.
I'm gonna practice that move for tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know if it worked, or if you ended up in a barrier.
Well, you can watch the stream, I will end.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Tom saying, calling you train game 5 times again, so I'm gonna enjoy that. Well, Felix is now closing in on Hunter, so maybe they're gonna have a battle for P5.
He's huntering him down.
Do we have the drum sound or something? No? Okay. Lee, we need more money to have some sounds to play. When me and Chain Game are up partnering as Com Duo. We need some meme sounds. If you can fix that for us, thank you very much. 1.3 seconds between Felix and Hunter. Felix now entering the DRS range of Ben ahead of him.
And
now the gap between Mari Manzo and Mike is back to 11 seconds, so I think Mari Manzo was just saving a lot of DRS and now going back again. Well, Felix is going to try it down the outside.
Turns to the inside.
Went a little bit too wide, but he has made a move on Hunter. And now he's up into P5. And he's maybe going to try to chase Surrey down, 6.2 seconds ahead. But he's going to be rapid to do that. Well, Ferrari gets another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I think he's quite close to disqualification, because I saw that coming up a lot of times already.
I'll have a look. He only got 4.
Oh, okay, that's okay. He still can get 6 more or something. So, go on, Ferric. Gaming Kings also gets a 3-second penalty.
I'm not supporting on that.
Gaming Kings also gets a 3-second penalty now. And we're watching Mari Manzo, who once again is having a very dominant race. It could have gone completely different with Leclerc, but he once again showed us that he is the main man in GP3 and no one is even close to him. 9.8 seconds now, the gap between him and Mike. Now I see Mari Manzo is once again not using any ERS, so that's probably why the gap is going down. And how is Gamey Things doing now? 1.7 seconds ahead of Frederick on 4 lap old softs. The softs will go off any lap. No, I think he's gonna lose even to his teammate, just Mikey. Almost hits the wall there as well. So that is really showing that the grip is already gone completely.
And I've taken a look at the penalties for the top 10, and if Hunter can close in 2 seconds to, let's say, to 6 seconds to Surrey, he will go up to 4th, as Surrey and Ferris has got 2 penalties and Hunter has none.
Surrey just gets another penalty. Well, there's a yellow in sector 2.
Adam.
Once again, Adam. He's not having a good race, is he? Oh, he hits the wall, he's out!
Well, for the safety car. Oh, I wanted the full one.
I don't hope Mari Manzo will hear that from you, because he will be mad if you said that. But Adam is out of this race now. Really nightmare for him.
Well, Mari Manzo, I was pretty much 17 seconds, so 18 seconds. Oh, oops.
Yeah, Mari Manzo is still going on normal pace. And now it's back to 9 seconds. The delta is showing some really weird things to me right now.
You definitely should look at it when you have a photo stage, because when no one else hates track delta.
Yeah, DRS is enabled again. So it wasn't a long safety car, even there was a car literally on the road, but okay game. It's all possible in here.
Sometimes you have 6 photo safety cars in a row and no
yeah, we had it on Sunday. And yesterday then we had for the first time we had a full one. It's really broken, that system. I hope they fix that for the new game. But we have 4 laps to go now.
I had a race here 2 weeks ago where we had 5th or 6th for the safety cars and didn't have a full one.
Wow.
Here comes Frederick on Gaming Things defends the inside. Frederick goes for the long way around. Oh, touch! Gaming Thing!
It seems like Gaming Things had damage already. I don't think that left front wing damage was from this move. Seems like it's quite bad as well. It's not really like it's looking light orange or something, or light yellow. But just as we told, his softs are already off. We have yellow in sector 1 and sector 2. Why is
Frederick.
that?
Frederick let him by.
Oh, it was Frederick letting probably Marmanzo by or something.
Just Mikey sees an opportunity in this. He had a look. But
oh, yeah, what happened with Frederick? Frederick just let Gaming Things through or something. I think Frederick felt guilty for that touch. I think that's a possibility.
Probably.
Or he made a mistake, and it's also something that can happen, of course.
Well, Frederick slowed down on the straight, so it shouldn't be a mistake.
No, it should be strange indeed. Has to be a strange mistake he made then. Pressing brake instead of accelerating or something.
Yeah, pedals testing or something.
Yeah, everything's possible.
We're testing the pedals.
Well, Leclerc is now very close to Erich as well. He's gonna make a move already. It seems like he's increasing a lot of speed. Wow. That was impossible to do something about for Erich. Is he gonna fight with his teammate or is he just gonna let him by?
By the way, Mike has increased massively on Mario Manso for 2 seconds.
7.8 seconds anymore. But I think Manzo just knows he's won and Mike also got a 3-second penalty. Well, Gaming Things is back into the pit. Erich got a 3-second penalty. We have a yellow in sector 2. Oh, that's Frederick! Oh no, that has to be Kirikou.
Kirikou.
Oi oi oi. Kirikou is having one of the worst races at his career, I think. Well, we have a yellow in sector 3. Felix is out!
Felix!
No! What happened with the Swede? That's strange. That's a strange place to crash.
And his right front tire is off.
Yeah,
how
that's
the hell
really
did he
strange. He's on the left wall, his right wheel is off, so I expect he went too wide on the exit, touched the wall and then went to the left side or something. But, oh, lol. Once again, not a finish for Felix. Is it possible? 2 laps before the end. He makes the mistake. He was in P5.
Yeah, it could be a concentration thing, as
yeah.
It's quite a long race here.
Yeah, you can leave that quite even off the center. It's a long race here. Normally we're doing the interviews already. Normally we shut it down the stream in a few minutes. Now we're still going.
Normally I'm downstairs at this time.
I don't know what you're doing downstairs, but that's cool.
Watching races back, Super Senna.
Okay, train game, okay. Oh, well, Mike has a difficult moment. And Frederick is into pits now. So possibly he is gonna try and get the fastest lap.
He won't get the point for it, so...
No, but he's maybe doing an Adam, who also gets loves to get the points away from the other guys.
The 1 point.
And are we maybe gonna see a fast lap in the last lap of Marmanzo? Because he's saving from 3-4 laps already. His ERS is full. He's still saving even on the straights. I don't know why. I think he's gonna try and put a fastest lap in on those old mediums.
Oh, that maybe explains why Mike is gaining and gaining on him.
Yeah,
Mike doesn't have ERS anymore.
Mike is really pushing as hard as he can, and Mariman's is just like, okay, once again an easy drive till the end. Just enough concentration, hopefully, for him. As Ekelund is now in the DRS range of the run-up.
Ekelund would have wanted a better race result today.
Yeah, he would have won that. Once again, just as in Italy, not the perfect race for him.
Where did he finish in Italy, or
I think he finished out of the points.
Oh.
I think the first one in the championship was the run-up to get points in Italy, if I'm right with that. I'm gonna have a look for you. If we look at the last race, Ekelund finished out of the points indeed.
It seems like Marimanzo isn't going for the fastest lap.
Yeah, I think he's just on cruise control then.
Yes, he is.
Because he's still saving ERS, and we see Mike in the background now. He may be giving Mike some false hope. But it is gonna be a 2 McLaren podium for Mike and Jede Savo. Jede Savo his first podium since joining GP3. And I know he's gonna be so happy with that.
Yes, and quite comfortable with 12 seconds, and it's also great to hear from the engineer that the drive beyond has more penalties than you.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Leclerc is having a run on Hunt, huh?
Yeah, P5 I was just gonna say, is Hunter gonna take that P4, but he's gonna lose a position now. And Leclerc is now on for a P4 finish, because Series of course has 9-second penalties. But I think Leclerc also have a penalty.
I will have a look at Leclerc. I think Leclerc didn't have a penalty. He has only 2 on, so he's close to one.
He's very close to one, but he doesn't have a penalty yet. Marimanzo now in the last sector. After not starting in Belgium, the non-point finish in Italy, he's back to doing what he does the best. Winning a dominant race. Marimanzo wins here in Singapore with Mike behind in P2. And then it's going to be Jede Savo sliding all around. Taking his first podium here in GP3. He's going to be more than happy with that. It's a 2 McLaren podium. He finishes in P3, so he will finish in P4. But he's not going to hold that.
The run of the run of Ekelund are having a massive battle for P8.
So he finished in P4, but he's going to lose that position to Leclerc, who's going to take his P4 finish. No, he doesn't.
Okay. Oh, Hunter to 5th.
Hunter to 5th, so Leclerc did have a penalty. That's
no, he didn't. He didn't get a penalty.
P7. Leclerc didn't have a penalty, but he still lost position. So that's really strange. Ekelund and the run-up still fighting. The run-up is too late with that.
The run-up at the wall!
Ooh, almost lost his race there.
There isn't a GP3 race where I have to scream. And,
No, there isn't. The run-up also gets a 5-second penalty for unserving it, and then we're just waiting on just Mikey to cross the line. He's the last one, finishing in P11.
I will invite the top 3.
But that's something I had last season as well in Brazil. I didn't have a time penalty. I lagged out as well, but it showed like I had one. So probably that's gonna be removed by the stewards. They will look into it. I don't know otherwise. Mariman's already left the session, our race winner, so I don't think he will be joining us for race interviews. I hope he does. But there's Renault on top again, in front of the 2 McLarens of Mike and Jede Savo. Marimanzo once again increasing his advantage in the championship, and he'll be winning that championship in a few races. The gap is now around 100 points towards Ekelund in P2, and that's crazy. It's Renault, McLaren. And it looks like Renault is gonna take both championships away here in GP3. Marimanzo wins the race without any penalty, just as we expect from him. Mike finishes in P2 for McLaren, just as Jede Savo does in P3. very, very strong performance of McLaren team. Surrey finishes in P4, ahead of Hunter in P5. Leclerc finishes in P6. Probably there's gonna be something changed about because he didn't have any penalties, but still moved up to behind. Erich finishes in P7, Ekelund in P8, the run-up in P9, just Mikey in P11, Frerick in P12, Gamey Things in P13, Kiriko in P14, Felix in P15, Adam in P16, Lee in P17, Cassidy in P18, Badger in P19, and Sam was disqualified from the race for standing still in a dangerous place. That is it for the result of this race, and I think we have our third place finisher, Jade Savo, into the party, if I'm not wrong.
Evening.
Good evening. Make sure your settings are on voice allowed to share.
I think they are. Can anyone hear me?
I hope we get confirmation of the chat. Can you guys hear Jere Savo? I think Tom is fangirling you. He was really happy that you finished on the
I have a fan.
Yeah. You can sell him some photos or something.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to have fans, but they start to have a meme about me. So.
Alright, keep a calm, drinking. It's not about you now.
I will have it tomorrow.
But it seems like the other podium guys are not joining us. Jede Savo, on a scale from 1 to 10, how happy are you to be finally back onto the podium after joining GP3?
It's been a long time. I've had an awful season, so I was practicing hard for this one, so I'm happy. Really happy about it. I didn't win, so I can't give myself a 10, so I'll give myself a 9.
A 9, I think that's very happy indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you said, it was a difficult season so far. You finished sometimes on the points, sometimes you DNF, sometimes you didn't finish on the points. Also with a driver change next to you, GCG leaving the team and Mike joining.
Yeah.
Mike was on another level today, I think.
Yeah, I got a bit lucky really with when it changed to dry tyres, so I got ahead of him. And I don't know if you saw it, but he was a lot faster than me, so I just let him past. I thought rather than hold us both up, I thought I'd give him a chance to go and get the win. He was much faster than me today, really fast.
Yeah, we saw indeed you giving the team a good call, and that was great to see sportsmanship of you. But you indeed made the perfect call. You really entered the pits on the moment DRS was enabled again, and you were, except from Adam, the only one who made a call. Was it Jeff that said it to you, or probably not? But
he said it to me as I entered the pit, so I'd already made the call myself. So when he started talking, I was like, okay, I've made the right call here. Because it was still raining on the screen, but I thought, it's really dry, this. I was like, I'm just going to risk it, see what happens. And yeah, so then I was just pushing as hard as I could on that outlap, and I managed to jump a few places, get myself into the podium. So, and then I was just focused on not making any mistakes for the rest of the race, it's more of an endurance race than a Grand Prix, I think.
It really is. It's all about concentration and not making any mistakes.
Oh, I'm so tired now.
I believe
I can understand that.
Yeah. Robin, do you have any questions for Jede Savo?
Is Singapore one of your favorite tracks? As we know, you're quite a midfield driver, and in qualifying you were up to 4th or 5th, and now you're finishing on the podium. Is it one of your strongest tracks, or did practice pay off for you?
I wouldn't say it's one of my strongest tracks, to be honest. Well, last season I DNF'd on like the 4th lap because I was on softs, and they died after like 2 laps, and I just went straight into the barrier. But yeah, I wasn't really coming into the race expecting much. Really, I thought the best way to win, or to get a decent result, is just don't make mistakes. It doesn't really matter how fast you are. Because so at the end I was crawling for the last 5 laps. I thought, I'm not making no mistakes now. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't make any mistakes and you finished on the podium. So once again, congratulations for doing that, and thank you very much for joining us.
No worries, cheers guys.
No problem, mate. I think we're finished here at GP3. Tomorrow we are back for GP2 with Tom and a co-commentator. I don't know who it will be yet, but you're gonna see it tomorrow. And we will be back for Prem on Thursday. Then we'll have the Classic Championship on Friday. I want to thank everyone who watched the stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I want to thank Robin again for a great 2 hours of my time spending with you, and for the great co-commentator. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you back again next week for Russia. See you later, guys.